Now, I know it may look like I have AirPods in my ears, but these aren't actually AirPods. These are called the Realme Buds Air. And if I had to describe what these are, I think the best way would be like if you're someone who really wants like the look of AirPods but don't really care about much else, then yeah, these are the headphones for you. Now, I know that can be a bit surprising because Realme has pretty much made a name for themselves for making really good products at really affordable price points. I mean, like that's pretty much their entire brand, right? And they've built up this sort of cult following that's not very dissimilar to what you might find with Xiaomi in their early days when they started to like really disrupt the market. So I had a lot of hope riding on these Realme Buds Air. But the problem is, after spending some time with it, like a couple of days over the weekend, I have to say that I'm really disappointed. Now, of course, these aren't like your 40, 50 ringgit AirPods clones that literally only look like the AirPods and then they don't do anything else. Because these Realme Buds Air, well, they cost retail for about 299 ringgit, but then there's like a special promo, you can get it for 199 ringgit. But basically the RRP here is almost 300 ringgit. So you do get a couple of nice goodies. For starters, the case. So it's not like some really low-pack case, it's actually not bad. Build quality wise, it's not that dissimilar to the Oppo Enco Freeze, which are their more expensive, I guess, siblings, cousins, not sure what you'd call this. You've got a pretty nice mechanism here and they immediately start pairing the moment you open it, which is very nice. There's also a button in front here that you can use to enable different pairing modes. Charges via USB Type-C, which is always nice. But the coolest thing about this case is the fact that it actually supports wireless charging, Qi standard up to 10 watts, which is honestly more rare than I care to admit. The Jabras, for example, which I just got to check out, you know, they don't ship with a wireless charging capable case. The Sony, they don't ship with a wireless charging capable case, and even if you buy the basic AirPods, I believe you don't get a wireless charging case. In terms of size and footprint, I mean, yeah, it's very obviously pulling a lot of inspiration from the AirPods. It even says designed by Realme at the bottom there. But you know, I don't hate it and it's not like really flimsy or anything, so I guess it's pretty decent. Then you've got the headphones themselves. So they also come with their own set of controls that you can use to like control your music playback. So you can double tap to play and pause your tracks. You can triple tap to skip tracks. And if you press and hold, you'll enable, you know, whatever voice assistant that you have on your smartphone, and then you can talk to it there. Then there's also something called gaming mode. So the problem with wireless headphones is that a lot of times when you play games on the smartphone, you know, there's like there's a noticeable delay between what's happening on the screen and what you're hearing. But Realme has what they call the R1 chip, which is designed to really minimize on that and to take that even further. So in normal mode, which is like music mode, is about 240 milliseconds. But if you want to play like video games, you can actually take that all the way down to 120 milliseconds. To enable gaming mode, all you need to do is press and hold both of these until you hear like a car revving sound. It's like and then that's when you're in your gaming mode. Now, I'm not much of a mobile gamer, so obviously I pass this off to Zach to, you know, get his impressions and how it's like to play with these, whether there's like a noticeable delay or not. And at the end of the day, what he said was that there really wasn't like a big noticeable delay with or without gaming mode on. Surprisingly though, he said that with gaming mode on, the sound signature was a little bit different, but with it off and with it on, you know, it was still very much playable. And he was playing, I think, Call of Duty, which is a very like, you know, you need stuff to happen in real time. So I guess that's a point in Realme's favor. I will note though, at the bottom of the headphone stems, like right here, it really looks like, I guess you could call it industrial, but it just looks a little unfinished to me with the exposed contact points for charging. So you don't get a whole lot of stuff included in the box. When you pop the lid, all you get is some paperwork, the case with the headphones inside, and then charging cable. That's pretty much it. But I guess since you have these kinds of not really in-ear headphones, you don't need stuff like extra ear tips and all that jazz. You can just pop them in your ears and they should fit. Which, by the way, is actually one of the nicer things about these headphones because they're actually really light and pretty comfortable. I am someone who has very fickle ears. Sometimes a lot of headphones, they don't like to fit my ears. But these, you know, they fit fine because they just sit on what I would consider is like almost like the outside of my ears. They just sort of sit there the way AirPods do. But when it comes to headphones with this kind of form factor, they have one big problem, and it's something that I've noticed a lot. And unfortunately, the Realme Buds, you know, they have this problem too, and that comes to the main problem and the biggest reason why I don't think these headphones are worth the money, and that's sound quality. Let me just say that they don't sound good at all. Even though they look so much like AirPods, they don't sound anything like AirPods. Like, the difference is quite literally night and day. Despite the fact that the AirPods are not an in-ear design, like they don't have that silicone tip that, you know, really fits in your ear to give you that extra for the bass, they actually have a really nice and balanced sound, which was surprising to me. With these, you don't get any of that. In fact, they sound like really cheap headphones. Like, they sound like they shouldn't cost more than 100 bucks, maybe 50 bucks at most. It's actually that terrible. So to make sure that I'm not the only one here that you get to hear from, I actually brought these headphones around the office and asked everybody what they thought.
Marcus, can you try this and let me know what you think?
Oh, it's actually not bad. It's better than I thought actually.
Bagus lah. Tak adalah teruk sangat macam orang lain cakap.
They sound really bad, man. I don't know, they kind of sound like Pasar Malam headphones to me.
Pasar Malam.
Yeah.
Dia punya dynamic range panjang ni kan. So kita ada bass, mid dengan treble kan. Yang benda ni dia dekat mid dengan treble, dia lebih power. Dekat bass tak ada.
The bass is not bad. Certain songs and certain songs not nice.
Bergaya kot. Orang lain tengok, oi, dia pakai AirPods, dia pakai AirPods, oi, dia pakai AirPods. Orang bukan tahu pun kita tak pakai iPhone.
I think AirPods much better. It's more richer. I think the difference night and day. You can tell the difference.
So these are 300 ringgit.
Super not worth it, to be honest.
Kalau nak bergaya 199 ni memang baloi sangat lah. Benda ni sesuai untuk cakap telefon, dengar e-book, audiobook pun okey lah. Kalau nak dengar lagu susah.
So when it comes to my criteria for choosing headphones, I usually go for these top two things. Number one is fit and comfort, and closely followed by that is sound quality. So if they don't fit well, then, you know, I'm not gonna wear them. And if they don't sound good, then I'm not gonna wear them either. That being said, you know, I understand that although these don't sound like AirPods, these are still significantly cheaper than AirPods, and they still have like a couple of nice controls, like, you know, like the touch controls, and also if you take one side off, your music pauses playing, and if you put that back on, you know, then it starts playing. You know, those kinds of things that you would find in like mid-range to maybe premium or more premium headphones, stuff like the Galaxy Buds or the Sonys or the AirPods, you know, the lot. But with these, although they fit really well and they're like pretty comfortable, and you know, if you're into the whole AirPods look, then they really look the part, they just do not sound good at all. In fact, if you really want like truly wireless headphones, you can actually pick up something like these. So I would rather get these. These are the Redmi AirDots, and they are only about 70 to 80 ringgit, and I think they sound better than these for sure. They're also smaller profiled, but that being said, they still lose, you know, a couple of features, like they don't have the automatic detection. When you pull one side off, then it stops playing, and there are no touch controls because they're actually buttons. But you know, for the price to sound quality ratio, I would say these are definitely better value. Now, I haven't gamed with these, so I don't know if these are really good for gaming. Maybe you can let me know in the comments below, but that is what I think. I would still love to hear your thoughts though. Have you guys picked these up? Have you tried them for yourselves? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And let's make this like a discussion, as all things should be. For this video though, this is where I'm gonna end it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. And if you disagree, agree, you know, let me know again in the comments below. If you liked the video though, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on the notification bell icon so you don't miss any of our future updates. You can also follow us on Facebook, but our home will always be at soyachinchao.com. I'm Rory, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!
What are you doing,
Stretching. Your boards. Your butts.
Show me again,
No, don't show lah.
Show me again.
I shine.